Is the creator always the showrunner? And if not, what happens if the showrunner and the creator can't see eye to eye about the vision of the show? So my writing partner and I, we have run 3 shows, and all 3 shows were created by somebody else. Marin on IFC was created by the comedian Mark Maron. Glenn Martin DDS was created by Michael Eisner, who was a big shot executive. He ran Disney back in the day. And Rhett and Link's Buddy System was created by Rhett and Link. All 3 shows, those people didn't have the expertise required to be a showrunner. It requires a lot of knowledge that you accumulate over the years. So they interviewed showrunners. And during the interview, I'm of the belief that if someone has the ability to hire you, they also have the ability to fire you. So during the interview, we made it very clear. We said, look, our job is to help you realize your creative vision because it's your show. And if we ever have a major disagreement of something, we would defer to you because it's your show. Other showrunners might feel differently, but guess what? They didn't get the job. I know how to get a job, right? That's how you do it. Now, I remember working for Michael Eisner. Now, in the beginning, I was a little worried that he might be very protective, but in truth, he gave us a ton of creative freedom. I remember one time cornering him in the hallway. We had to pitch him an idea. The show was animated, and we wanted to do an episode where the boy runs away to join a circus, and he winds up getting his head shoved up an elephant's ass. Now, I was a little worried that he might find that somewhat distasteful. To his great credit, he loved the idea. And after that, the gloves were off. I was like, okay, now we're going overboard here. But there were maybe 2 or 3 times in the run of the show where he had a very strong feeling about the creative direction of the show. And we deferred to him. And that was fair because he was the boss. On Rhett and Link's Buddy System, I love those guys. I'd work for them again in a heartbeat. The great, terrific guys. But the director would hand their cut to us, the showrunner, and then we would do our pass on it and hand off to Rhett and Link. Whoever has final pass, has final cut, they're in charge. So there were times where I disagreed with what they did, and guess what? I had no problem with that. It was their show. I think some young writers, they post here, they're like, listen, I have an idea for a show, but I don't want to compromise my creative vision. To me, that's very naive. It says that you don't understand the business. Not just the business, but any business. That's not how business works. If you want to get the money from somebody, you're going to have to compromise. And so they go into this with this attitude of like, I'm a creative, I can't compromise my vision. Well, it doesn't work that way. And you have to earn that right, by the way, to be so protective of your work. Instead of going into something with the eyes of a master, go in with the eyes of a student. You know why? Because everyone loves students. That's why students get discounts on stuff. Go in with a student. Anyway, for more tips, get on my free newsletter. You can sign up over here at Michael Jamin Writer.